Remember this? You, your cousins, the neighborhood kids, sprinting across the backyard with a mason jar in one hand and blind optimism in the other. Chasing lights. Getting absolutely devoured by mosquitoes, but not caring because you were catching magic. For a lot of us, this was summer. And fireflies, they were the opening act to every good night. But now, they're almost gone, or at least they're hiding. Some people say, maybe we just stopped noticing them. And sure, we did grow up. We got jobs, phones, indoor hobbies. We don't sit outside in the dark as much as we used to. But here's the thing. If the fireflies were still there, really there, as many as they were, we'd notice. Because magic like that, it's hard to miss. So we have to ask the question, where did all the fireflies go? Let's start with the basics. Fireflies, or lightning bugs, are beetles, not flies, not bugs, just romantic beetles with a flair for the dramatic. But here's something most people don't know. That glowing firefly you saw blinking across your yard, it's in the final chapter of its life. Adult fireflies only live for a few short weeks, just long enough to mate, flash, and fade out. Most of their lives are spent in the shadows, as larvae, crawling through soil and leaf litter, hunting snails and worms like tiny, glowing assassins in training. Their glow, that's bioluminescence, a chemical reaction where an enzyme called luciferase meets luciferin, oxygen, and ATP, basically energy fuel, and boom, glowing butt. And it's efficient. Nearly 100% of the energy becomes light. No heat, no waste. If humans could figure out how to do this, your phone battery could last weeks. But here's where it gets interesting. Their glow isn't just pretty, it's personal. It's communication. Most often, a very flashy mating call. Each species has its own flash pattern. Photinus piralis, one of the most common in North America, gives off a soft yellow-green flash as it cruises through the air in a swooping arc, tracing a path that looks like the letter J. Photurus species, known as the femme fatales, mimic other flash patterns to lure in unsuspecting males for dinner. In Photinus carolinus, the stars of the Smoky Mountains synchronize their flashes in waves, lighting up the forest in perfect, eerie unison. Some blink in Morse code style bursts, some hover and glow, and some are little con artists. If that doesn't make your inner child want to grab a jar, check your pulse. If fireflies are so cool, where are they all at? Answer, we've kind of made life miserable for them. And no, it's not just because your older brother caught them all in 1994 and forgot the jar in the garage, although rest in peace to those guys. Let's break it down. Light pollution. Fireflies use light to communicate, right? So when we blast the night with porch lights, floodlights, headlights, motion sensors, LEDs, we're shouting over their tiny glow. It's like trying to whisper sweet nothings at a monster truck rally. And without those flash signals, they can't find mates. No mates equal no eggs. No eggs equal no new fireflies. Pesticides and lawn chemicals. Firefly larvae spend up to 2 years living underground or in damp leaf litter, feasting on snails and worms. They're tiny, soil-dwelling predators, playing their part in the ecosystem long before they ever light up the sky. But that weed-free, chemical-soaked lawn, it's a firefly nursery turned minefield. And here's the real gut punch. The glowing adults we remember, they only live for about 3 or 4 weeks. All that magic, those flashes in the dark, are the final act in a life that was mostly quiet, hidden, and working underground. So when we destroy their habitat or poison the soil, we're not just losing summer's sparkle, we're erasing the whole story before it ever even gets to shine. Habitat loss. We've replaced wild meadows, damp forests, and mucky ditches, their favorite hangouts, with parking lots and vinyl siding. It's not just that we made their homes smaller, we made their homes unlivable. Climate chaos. Unseasonal rains, weird temperature spikes, droughts, they all mess with firefly timing. Some emerge too early, some not at all. Even if they do flash, there might be no one there to flash back. This isn't just nostalgia talking. We've been tracking the decline, and it's real. Professional entomologists, backyard naturalists, people with bug jars and PhDs, they've all been sounding the alarm. Some species of fireflies have dropped so fast, they're now on threatened and endangered lists. Others may already be gone, and we never even got the chance to name them. But fireflies aren't the only ones blinking out. They're part of a much bigger trend scientists are calling the insect apocalypse. Dramatic name, but honestly, it fits. Over the past few decades, global insect populations have dropped, in some regions by more than 70%. We're talking butterflies, bees, beetles, dragonflies, moths, pollinators, decomposers, pest controllers. Many of them rely on specific environments, exact timing, or delicate food webs to survive. And when we throw things out of balance with chemicals, climate shifts, habitat loss, they disappear. It's not just about losing bugs, it's about losing what bugs do. Pollination, soil health, breaking down waste, feeding birds and frogs and fish. The entire food chain gets a little shakier each time one of them vanishes. Fireflies may be small, but they're sending a big message. And right now, the message is fading. If this is the kind of stuff that lights up your brain the way fireflies light up a field, give us a like and hit subscribe. We post new videos every other week, and they're all about the little questions you didn't know you were curious about. Here's the good news. You can help, starting tonight. You don't need a biology degree or a nonprofit budget. You just need to chill out a little. Turn off unnecessary outdoor lights. Use motion sensors instead of all-night floodlights. Skip the pesticides and let the yard be a little messy. Leave the leaves in the fall. They're not dead clutter. They're starter homes for firefly larvae. Want to go the extra mile? Plant native grasses. Keep part of your yard wild. Add a little water feature or let the ground stay damp in spots. Fireflies love a soggy corner. But it's not just individuals making a difference. In Malaysia, entire villages have protected firefly-rich mangroves by banning chemical use and light pollution, and have seen their firefly populations thrive. In New Jersey, conservation groups are restoring wetlands to help fireflies and other moisture-loving species return. Even Great Smoky Mountains National Park limits visitors and flashlights during firefly season to protect the synchronous species that draw thousands every year. And groups like the Xerces Society are building national databases, mapping out habitats, and lobbying for protections, especially for species we still have a chance to save. Every patch of darkness matters. Every damp lawn, every quiet ditch, every child who gets to chase a flicker and yell, "I got one!" It all adds up. Because when the lights go down, the real ones come out. The thing about fireflies is, they never made a sound. They didn't buzz or chirp or cry out when we pushed them out. They just quietly blinked. A slow, rhythmic SOS that we mostly ignored. But they're still out there, in pockets of dark fields, behind old barns, deep in the woods, holding on. And if we're willing to slow down, dim the lights, and meet them halfway, maybe the magic isn't gone. Maybe it's just waiting. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this stroll through history, give us a like and subscribe for more curiosity-driven videos every other week.